Hey, what's up, everybody? Are you a teacher and you're wondering how you can come to the US? Well, today we are talking about the J1 visa. And if, first of all, you didn't watch our previous video of the J1 visa, how it is and what it looks like, we explained more about J1 visa just to understand what it is. Please go back to that video, and I'm gonna link the video up here. Is it up or here? I think it's here. Yeah, so I'm gonna link it up here so that you can go and watch it. And also, if you're new here, this is Mkenya Marekani. We talk about Kenyans here in the US. Mostly we feature Kenyans here in the US, their stories. And in the same token, we also talk about how you can come to the US so that no man is left behind, okay? And also so that it's not US the only place you can come. We also feature other Kenyans from other different places. Like I just brought a Kenyan in Sweden, and she talked about scholarships there. So please make sure you subscribe for this and many other stories, and click that bell so that anytime we bring a content, you will not miss. You, in fact, you will be the first one to watch. So make sure you click that bell, and so that we can move together. Thank you. Welcome so much. So pull all the teachers to come here, all the teachers, okay? So this one is for you. We talked about J1 visa is basically an exchange program visa, and it's a non-immigrant. So it means you'll come, do your business for 3 to 5 years or whatever. And the good thing is you can be able to work actually. So, and then after that, you go back. But you never know, once you land here, things can change, okay? So these are the teacher must, first of all, teachers must be a foreign and have a certificate in their school, okay? And this is an opportunity for you to teach in an accredited primary or secondary school here in the US, okay? So the teacher must, okay? So take your notes, bring a pen and a paper, so take your notes. Number one, the teacher must be a qualified teacher in primary or secondary school in their country of nationality, okay? So you must have your paperwork, okay? You must have completed your university or college or whatever it is, and you are able to show. That is the evidence that can only tell us that you actually finished school, okay? And also a teacher must be working, a teacher must be working as a teacher in their home country. So home country is also your home of eligibility or home of birth. So that's what it means, okay? And if not working as a teacher, otherwise meet the eligibility qualification, and A, have recently within 12 months of application completed an advanced degree, and B, have 2 years of full-time teaching experience within the past 8 years, okay? So if, for example, you've not been teaching, you must prove that you have qualification. Or because here in the US, you cannot have a certificate and just stay with it without practicing. So realize that any certificate here in the US, whether it's shaving, whether it's CNA, every year you have to do a certain amount of hours to show that you're up to speed with what's happening. You know, here in the US, they are very specific because things change. Like now there's COVID. You can't treat COVID with the education you did 20 years. There has to be a refresher course. So that is what they're talking about, okay? Also, have a degree equivalent to a US bachelor degrees in either education or the academic subject field in which they intend to teach. So if you want to teach mathematics, you must have the qualification to teach mathematics, okay? Okay. And have a minimum of 2 years, that is 24 months, of teaching or related profession experience, okay? So if you're coming to teach here in the US, in the schools here, you must show that you actually have that experience, okay? And one more thing is that, for example, this is something that maybe I've repeated, but if, for example, you taught, you've taught for 5 years, make sure if you left one school, let them line up together, not like you taught 3 years ago in a school, you stopped 3 years ago, then in 2 years you days you didn't do teaching, then 2 months later you joined another school. So make sure there is a fluidity in your teaching, okay? Like the years follow each other well, okay? And then certify the standard of the US state in which they will teach. Okay, we have different standards here in teaching, in terms of teachings here in the US, and here the children are not beaten. Yeah? The children are not caned. Yeah? If you cane a child, problem. You were seeking problem. Okay, there is other form of punishment, but not the corporal punishment we used to do. The caning. They say, I know we follow the Bible. If you keep the rod away from the child and spoil the child. But here there are other ways of doing that. That will end you up in jail, okay, or deported. Don't come with that behavior. Here things are very different, okay. And then be of good reputation and character, and that's basically what I've talked previously. Yeah, they want to see somebody who has a good reputation, okay. And then be seeking to enter the United States for the purpose of full-time teaching as a teacher of record at a primary, including pre-kindergarten or secondary accredited educational institution in the United States, okay. And then also possess sufficient proficiency in English language. By the way, the English here in US is super different. It's super different. It's not the same as what we speak at home. So be ready for that. If you're planning to come here in the US, you will realize you need to tune your English to the American standards, because they have different expressions. The way they do stuff, the way they do their measurement is not the same as British. We learned our English, the British system, which is not the exact same as the American. The American do exact opposite, okay? Some of the benefits is that education and cultural enrichment. So exchange teachers sharpen their professional skills and participate in cultural activities in schools and communities. And they return to their home country's school after the exchange to share their experiences and increase knowledge of the United States and the US. Basically, the US system does not want you to just stay with that. They want you to go and transform your school back home. Okay, that's why they give this exchange program, so that you have something new for your country. Okay, they just don't want you to come and have all this new knowledge and just stay with it. They want you to go and change your community around you. Okay, and then repeat participation is that this is also one of the benefits, that teachers are eligible to repeat the program. So once you successfully maybe enroll in one program and you manage, you can do it maybe after that one is done, you can do another time and another time, okay? So it's a good thing. It's not like one time and then that's all. You are not eligible to apply for the next one. So you can apply the next time, okay? So it's called a repeat participation, okay? And then because this program you are coming under sponsor, there's also some requirements for the sponsor, okay? It's the sponsor that sponsors you. You are fully sponsored. Like, you will not pay for where you are living. You will not pay for your transport. It's the sponsor. And if you didn't check the previous video on the J1 visa, what is a J1 visa, go to that video. I've linked it up already here. Just watch here on the link here. Click on the link here if you didn't watch, and leave a comment. If I pulled you from this video to the other one, leave a comment that you went and watched. So the sponsor also must screen and select qualified foreign teachers based on qualification, and also based on who can make contribution to the education of students, okay? So that's very important, not for your selfish reason. You must have, they want to see somebody who wants to transform people, not nimekuja so that I benefit myself, okay? So also verify each teacher and applicant English language proficiency. Proficiency is very important, is very key. And that's something they'll have to determine by themselves. So keep practicing your English, And I always tell guys, if you want to come to the US, learn a two or thing about the US. Don't just be surprised about everything. Check your map, know where Atlanta is, know where Washington is. Just start getting accustomed to things in the US, okay? Also ensure each exchange teacher completes a cultural activity component annually, which include two requirements. First, each exchange teacher must complete within the United States and during each year of the program participation an activity for the teacher, classroom, larger host school or host school district population, or the community at large that gives an overview of a cultural aspect of teachers' home country. Yeah. So this is something that you have to show. You have to do something that shows what your home country does. Okay. It's you have to complete that within the same year. So, and it's your sponsor that will get to mark this. Okay. Your sponsor has he becomes like your parent here. You are an adult, but you become like a a minor when to your sponsor. Not a minor, but they like become in charge of you. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. So that's kind of like it. And then second is an activity that involves US students dialogue with school or students in another country, preferably the teacher's home country. So you must initiate a program that maybe if you come from Nigeria, Kenya, initiate a program while you're in the US that will involve children or your students from back home in Nigeria. That's what they want to see. Basically, US is, since it's a superpower, it's just interested in making the world go up and go up and go up. So this is a good thing. So, okay, and then the sponsor must provide participants with the following information: the duration and location, a summary of significant component of the program, and also a written statement that clearly indicates the compensation package to be provided to the exchange visitor, teacher, and any other financial arrangement relevant to the program. So yeah, those are some of the things. And then there's a you can either have a program sponsor or a host or stroke employer. Okay, host, some of the requirements for the host is involve exchange teachers in school and community cultural activities, and then monitor the performance exchange teacher in the classroom and in carry out official responsibility. So some of the host or employer can come to your class and see how you're teaching. Okay. So and that's very tricky. You know, there's a program here which is called what's the name of that program? It's like a boss who hides themselves. They change their face and all that, and then they pretend they are workers. So they come and then they pretend it's you. If you're working there, you'll be orientating the new person who is your boss, and you don't know because they have maybe beards. They have a this guy's face. So and then you're telling them shortcuts. Kumbe you're telling your boss. So that's how they judge you. So make sure you do the right thing always. Otherwise, there are cameras, your host can see you, and that's how you might lose your scholarship or your sponsorship. Okay, make sure when you come here, you just keep the good conduct. And that's how you will survive here in the US. Okay. So if this information was helpful for you, please consider subscribing and clicking that bell so that anytime we bring any new content, you'll be notified. And also leave a like and comment. Okay. And God bless you. We'll see you in the next video, which will be talking about students. Okay. We've just talked about teachers. Now we'll be talking about students who want to come to the US under the J1 visa. God bless you.